Okay, let's see. Good morning. Let's go ahead and press this. Going live on all platforms. Good morning. It is Derika, and welcome to your next Hypno Happy Hour. How are you? Give some emojis, say hey, hello if you are chiming on. Whenever you're getting on, tell me hi, even if this is a replay. I love going back and being able to acknowledge you, see you, and pour love into you. So welcome. Thank you for being here. The title here, if this grabbed your attention, I am so thankful that you are in here, in this space, in this moment, because this means you are suffering from some insecurities, right? Hello, hello, waving to everyone. And you're over them, right? You're over them. And so, oh, my phone is dying. Hold on one second, gotta plug in. Okay, great. So, you know what? It might die in the middle of this, but it's okay. We have other platforms if that happens. So, while you're here, let's make the most of this. Got insecurities. You know, do you ever find yourself comparing yourself so much to other people? Like you're looking out into the world and you're looking out of your eyes, and you're not just observing this space or people and like this joyful state, but you're actually looking out, and then you're looking in and thinking, I don't have those things. Why don't I have those things? I wish that, I look like that, I talk like that, I was able to do that, I had that kind of life. I wish I was taller, shorter, thinner, muscular, like, or whatever the situation is. You're looking out and you're wanting something that you don't have. Is that happening to you? And then it goes deeper than that, right? You're looking out and you're looking at something and you're wanting that, and then you begin to judge yourself, complain about yourself, right? Begin hating parts of yourself. Is that happening to you? Just be vulnerable, be open. It's happened to me for so much of my life. I looked out in the world and I seen, someone else have something that I wanted to have, and then I'll look and I'm like, oh, I wish I had, bigger breast. Something. I wish I was taller. I wish like whatever it was, right? Like, gosh. And then when we come from that state, we begin to just hate ourselves even more. And I know that's so strong, but come on, there's a lot of us out there that we just begin to start not liking who we are. And in that state of like not liking who we are, it can even go deeper and more extreme than that. And there can begin surgeries, right? People are then taking it a step further and like changing the shapes of their nose. They're adding cheekbones. They're blowing up their lips. They're changing the structure of their body, their teeth, their hair. Come on. Have you seen it? You're seeing this, right? And you're probably, if you're there, this is no judgment. If you've done any of that reconstruction yourself, like you understand the pain, be here. Like you get it. You're looking out, you want that. And so you begin to hate yourself and then start to change things about yourself. And what happens is that it doesn't work. Right? You're realizing even when you get all these things done or do anything externally, start changing the way you dress, start trying to be someone you're not. In actuality, you're still suffering with being insecure. Am I right? Like, it's like no matter what you do, if you don't handle that insecurity, you're still insecure. No matter how much money you spend, no matter the things you do, no matter what pill you take, right? Let's not even go down that rabbit hole. And it doesn't work. You're still feeling that insecurity. You're still comparing yourself. You're still judging yourself, right? That still is happening to so much of us out there. And if you're in that space right now, if this is landing with you, relating to you, I'm so happy that you're here. Because by the end of this, you're going to realize a breakthrough. You're going to have a big breakthrough in understanding just how incomparable you actually are. You ready for that? Right? Be ready for that. Give me a heart. Give me some snaps. Like, yes, let's do this. It's even gotten to the point where we judge ourselves so much that we start thinking that everyone else is thinking that way about us. And then we begin to not just like change ourselves or, our structure of ourselves through different surgeries or whatnot. We shelter. Isolation starts to happen. We start turning down events, right? Any kind of social event. Right? Do you know what I'm saying? Like all of a sudden we're thinking that everyone else is thinking the way we are, that everyone else must be judging us just like we are. And so we don't want any part of that. We begin to hide ourselves, right? We don't go up and do the thing. Like we don't get on a live. We don't go to a party. We turn down every invitation. We get sick when there's an event, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, have you been there? Like, yeah, I've done that, right? Your mind starts coming up with all of these other things of why you should not step out into the world or speak your truth or do the things you want to do because of all of these insecurities. So my question to you right now, are you ready to be free from that? Are you ready to live a life that's not affected by those insecurities? That you can live freely. Like, be free to be me is the expression that you want to have, the motto that you want to live by. Knowing that you're just as perfect as anyone else out there you're looking at and thinking they're just like this perfect doll, and realize I too am my own unique version of that. Because that's the truth, and that's where you get to anchor down into this moment. But first, right now, I get it. You're sitting with that pain of comparing yourself, feeling insecure about certain parts of your body, certain parts of you. And that must be released first. So if you are a Hypno member, just press pause on this and go press play on the Be Free from Insecurities audio now. If you're not a member, that is okay. Just click on a link or in the website store. Get this audio, Be Free from Insecurities. Put in the code FREE and get it for 50% off. I would say do that right now because it is not okay living a life insecure. When we live in those insecurities, we're not free. We're in a mental prison. We're not doing the things that we want to do. We're not being us, like speaking our truths. We're not going on those adventures. We're not doing all the things that inside you want to do so bad because you're afraid that you believe you're not good enough. You're not pretty enough. You're not strong enough. You're not smart enough. You don't have what it takes. There's all these insecurities that are coming up that are literally keeping you in a prison, stopping you. And they're lies. These lies are literally stopping you, like barricading you to live in this little hermit kind of life. And it's time to be, are you over it? Are you done? Are you done? Give me a yes, I'm done. Let's go. So the very first thing, and I'm not like, let's open this up and be vulnerable. I'm speaking from a place of personal experience. I myself suffered from many insecurities. I didn't like many things about my body, about my speech. I used to mispronounce words all the time. I homeschooled myself for high school. Reading was not my thing. And so there was a lot of, I was very unprofessional as I spoke. So that was like a big insecurity of mine, that I wasn't polished enough, that, my language is off. I was going to mispronounce words. And so I would never show up, I wouldn't open my voice and speak up because I was so afraid of what people were going to say. They were going to laugh at me, right? I didn't know what I was talking about. I had insecurities about my body, insane insecurities about my body. I would always cover myself up. I would wear crazy push-up bras, as a teenager on up because I just felt I was so flat-chested, right? If I had money, I would have went through surgery. So thank God that I didn't. But, people do. I didn't like my teeth. I had got braces. There was so many things that I did to myself. And you know what? It didn't work. I was still very insecure about how I looked. And sadly, I'll just have another vulnerable moment. I so didn't like my body that for the first maybe almost 2 years of being intimate with my soulmate, I kept a shirt on. I had the lights off. That's sad, right? That's hard. It's hard for me to say it. It's uncomfortable for me to say that, but I want you to know that everybody is experiencing something like that, whether it's their physical body, their how they present themselves, where they came from, the things that they have. We're constantly looking outside of ourselves and comparing it to someone else, which is absolutely absurd. It's ridiculous. It's wrong. It's rude to you. It's mean how we're treating ourselves, right? It's like time to break through that. And I know you can. I know you can, because I've broken through so many insecurities of my life, from just like the heavy, hard background that I came from and the society that we live in. And now I stand here today and I can get on a live and I could like not have a lick of makeup on, nothing, hair crazy, and still come on and don't give a rip about what anyone's thinking about what I'm saying, professional or not now. I just don't care, because I come from that place of love. But that is something that I promise, I did not think was possible. It wasn't until I got to my mindset. Now I'm so free to be me. I'm so free in my body. I love my body, right? It feels so good to say that and to know that to the core. Do you want that? Is this landing for you? You want to be so free to be you, that you can show up anywhere, that you have an idea, you can speak your mind. You're in a meeting and you're around your friends or somewhere, and someone says something, you have this brilliant input or story about something, and you just say it. You just express your feelings and communicate everything you want to, not caring what anyone else is going to say or think. Wouldn't that feel so good? Feels so good that you see this outfit and you love how, you like this outfit, and you put it on and you walk out into the world and you do not care what Jimmy, Sally, Bob, or Joe is going to think of you. You just feel so secure in who you are in your body and what you're wearing, no matter what room you step into. Yes, come on. Hey, Chevy, love to see you here, girl. Come on. This is what I want for you so bad. You get to have this, because at one point in your life, I promise you, you were this. You were this. You knew how incomparable you were. You knew that you were unique and perfect, just as you were designed. You knew you were like this painting. You look at all these different paintings in the world, and each one is so creative and so beautiful in its own right. And you knew you were just one of those magical creations, right? Think back to that little girl, that little boy, where you could have snot running out of your nose and go around all your friends and didn't care. Didn't care, right? That's you. Not that you would do that now as an adult. Of course, you have a little bit more respect for yourself or whatever, right? But you get what I'm saying? That confidence is where I want you to click to, connect to. That's where you get to be. It's not until you started to have experiences in life and being bullied and judged and compared, and then you start comparing yourself and then being programmed by social media that this is that this is the thing to do, that you should have this and you should look like this and blow up your cheeks and blow up your butt and blah, 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 that is the way perfect looks. And so now you've been brainwashed and you think that something's wrong with you. I want to tell you that's complete bullshit. It's bullshit. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. Here's what I want you to do right now, because you're like, okay, Derek, that sounds good, but I can still go to the mirror and wish I had better hair, better eyes, blah, 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 blah. There is no better. You are the better. I want you to, you know what happened? Every time that I compared myself, or I see the thousands of clients I work with compare themselves and wish they had something else, they were in their head. We were all lost, not in touch with our source, our soul, our love, our heart. We were all trapped in the mind. The mind has fears and doubts. It's just like a fuck show sometimes, what's in the mind. We're all caught up in the land of ego and compare and fear and scarcity. And there's just so much out there, right? In the mind, where some of those programs are right now, that we're just looking out of the mind and we're not even ourselves. We're in just judgment. We're just in fear. So the whole point is to get you out of those programs. Can you right now just practice this with me? And I want you to feel this breakthrough. Have this shift in this moment. Get out of your head and drop right into your heart. Get out of your head. Get out of your head. Stop overthinking this. Feel this. Derika, what do you mean get out of my head and into my heart? Stop thinking and just start feeling for the moment. When you connect back to who you are, to the feeling of the feelings of who we are. I'll tell you what, I have never been in my heart and looked out and saw anyone ugly. Ooh, give me some snaps. Come on, give me some hearts. Light this up. You have never been in your heart, in your feelings, and coming from a place of love and then looked out and saw ugly people. And looked in the mirror and saw an ugly person. You've never done that. Only time you ever judged yourself or looked out and saw ugliness in the world is because you were in the Goliaths in your head. You were in your mind and all of those past programming. That is not you. It is not life. It's not the truth. So I ask you right now, well, first, if you're a member, go press play or get this audio to get those gremlins out of there. But you can do this right here with me right now. You want to drop from the head and into your heart and begin feeling. Begin feeling the love for who you are. Just know there is not a single you anywhere. There's not. I can't make that up. There is not another you on this planet. You are perfection in your own right, and an evolving one at that. Come on, light this up. You're an evolving one. You're constantly shifting, grooving and shaking and molding and changing. You're constantly changing. Right? Come in here. And that's every single one of us are. This is not about, thinking anyone is better than someone else or pumping your head up so big that you think that you're the best. I'm saying you are the best, but so is everyone else. So is the rest. Right? You're the best and so is the rest. We're all uniquely divine. We're all powerful. We're all creative. We're all gorgeous. If you're in your heart right now feeling this love, you look out and you see gold. You don't see the dirt. I don't see broken or ugly or hurt people anywhere when I look out. I look out and I see something amazing, incredible. I can look out and look at you and I'm like, oh my gosh. Your eyebrows, your eyes, your hair, your energy, your essence. Right? I can just look at you. When we are in love, we look out and we don't see nothing. We don't see problems. We don't see fears and insecurities and ugliness when we're in our heart. We look out and we see all these beautiful, powerful, full of potential possibilities. The gold is what we see when we look out, right? Come on. We don't see the problems, the insecurities, what's wrong with people. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your other people. When we drop from our crazy egotistical mind and all the programs that lie in there, and we come right into feeling, you're bad. You're unstoppable. You're perfect. You're powerful. You're incomparable. Ain't no one got nothing on you. when you look in the mirror, when you take those lenses of love on and you look at yourself and you look at the world and you're like, oh, give me a selfie. Come on. You just feel it. You know it. It's how you look at, if you have kids, you look at your babies, you're like, oh my gosh, they're just miracles. They're created perfect, right? You know no one's better than your little girl, your little boy, right? Like you knew that about yourself. It's time to come back and remember that. Because there's no surgery, there is no pill, there is nothing outside of you that is going to fix that insecurity. It's not. You're going to get, I work in the land of psychology. I have a lot of clients that have all kind of surgeries done. And I tell you what, it does not change their misery. It is not. Okay? Going out there trying to make yourself look Instagram does not work. You hear me? You know that, right? I think I said that. I think we've landed there. What works is that you know that there's nothing wrong with you. What works is that you step into the truth and the power of your brilliance, of your beauty. That's what can you break through in this moment? Know that anytime you're looking in the mirror, you're looking out into the world and you're judging, bitching, complaining, hating the things you're looking at, yourself or someone else, you are out of love. You are out of source. You are somewhere where you should not be. You are in the mind of programs, of all those past experiences where someone hurt you, someone judged you, someone compared you. You had compared yourself. And when that happens, I want you to drop from your mind to your heart right away. Drop from your mind into your heart and know that is not the truth. That is not your reality. That is not where you get to be. You get to be right back in here, knowing the truth, knowing that there's no one better than you, knowing there's nothing broken about you. Sometimes we're a little bent, but we're not broken. Knowing that you're a miracle, knowing that you're powerful. I do this through hypnosis. I did this by getting rid of all of those past times where you've been lied to, cheated, manipulated, compared, all that stuff. Getting rid of the Goliaths, the crap, lack of a better word, crap, because they're not real. And then stepping back into my love. That is where now I can look at you and see pure perfection. That is where life is good. That is where love is good. This is where I can look at myself and love every little bit of me. Love every little bit of me. Just waking up, stinky breath, nappy hair, whatever it looked like in the morning. And be happy. And be genuinely happy about what I look like and how I'm feeling like and what I'm dressing like. Because that is all a state of mind. And when you feel like that, my friend, and when you tap into that, all of a sudden, the world around you is seeing your glow even bigger. Is loving your essence even bigger. Is seeing what you are seeing. You are a reflection to the world. So if you see yourself in all bounty and all beauty and who you are, ooh, watch out. Floodgates of everyone else just looking like, I want a piece of that. I want a piece of that. I want to be like that. Inspire the world. Wake people up. Wake your brothers and sisters up. Come on. Begin to let everyone know that we are incomparable. We are perfect. We are the human race. And I tell you, it's one of the best. It's one of the best. We are all these perfectly powerful, energetic, soulful, part human, just amazing, incredible creations. Every one of us, this unique souffle. It starts with you, though. It starts with you. And once you remember that nothing's wrong with you, maybe you want more, and that's beautiful because you want to grow, but you're happy with who you are and where you're at right now, and you can be eager for more. Not that you need to have more or need to change yourself, but just because you're a grower. Come on. Come on. That's the balance of life. That's the beauty and where you get to go. And I know you can go there. I want you to go there. I want you to feel this. Remember right now, as you're hearing this, you're feeling this, you drop into your heart and know that we are one. We are all in this together. We are all in the same. We just have beautiful, unique packages. And that is amazing. Remember your power. Remember, can't no one else be you, and you can't be them. And own it. Own it. Come on. I want you to get out of isolation, get out of shelter, do something adventurous today, do something, say something, dress like something, be something, do something today that you normally would not have done if you didn't watch this. Step out of that comfort. Step out of that comfort and start expressing your truth. Communicate, call someone, say something. Why not? Why not? The world is waiting for you to remember how perfect you are. I love you all so much. Until next time, you can take that challenge or not, but you know I like to stretch you. So I want you to do something brand new that you wouldn't, that kind of makes you uncomfortable. Because you're in this new, you're going through metamorphosis. You had a breakthrough and you just realized how amazing you are. And so maybe now you do go to that event. Maybe you say yes to that invitation. Maybe you do go to that store. Maybe you go out and you go buy that thing and you put on maybe this new top. Maybe you say hi to someone. Maybe you go on that date. Just maybe you do something that shows the world who you are today. Just a little bit. Go for it. All right, so much love to you. Until next Wednesday, I want you to live in knowing who you are. Play a little bit bigger today. Live a little bit louder. All right. I'll see you guys soon.